Hi everyone, it's Christy here. I've had this album done for about a month or so now, and I just have not found time to share it. But early in April, my husband and I went to San Francisco for 4 days, and I created this album. It's very rare that my husband and I can go anywhere, so I thought it was worthy of an album. I use a Simple Stories album in blue, and then I use the Here and There collection from Crate Paper. And my goal for this album was to use as much memorabilia and ephemera as possible. I wanted it to be extremely interactive and include all those pamphlets and maps and things like that. As usual, my album was getting a little thick, so some of those things had to be cut, but I'm really happy with how this album turned out. So I just used a piece of pattern paper from the collection that kind of brought in all the colors, especially this blue. I got some orange ribbon just from Michael's that kind of picks up from the orange in the collection. These were white chipboard alpha from Ali Edwards, I believe, and I painted them gray just to kind of, again, pick up on some of the colors in the collection, and then I inked around the edges just black just so that they stood out. It is quite messy, but I do like the way it looks. This I just used StazOn to ink around. This chipboard is from the collection, and then this bow is just adding some extra pizzazz to the cover, and this is from Maggie Holmes. I bought quite a few things from the collection, and one of the things that I bought were these flare badges, so I put that one on the book spine just with some pattern paper. I'm not sure how durable this is going to be, if this is going to stay long term or not, but I just used a pop dot on there and then some Tombow Mono Multi glue just to kind of adhere it on there. Alright, so the ribbon continues on to the inside, and it's actually, there's a seam in behind here, so it's kind of seamless here. Another thing that I do is I ink the edges of the album. I just kind of like the way that kind of finishes it off. Again, my inking is not the neatest, so all the products you see inside are from the Here and There collection from Crate Paper. I did use some thickers from my stash just here and there. Again, I didn't want the album to get too thick, so they're just kind of sporadically throughout. There's ephemera, there's stickers, there's rub-ons, pattern paper. I just got a few 12 by 12 papers and then a 6 by 6, and that works well for me to create an album. This is a rub-on here. This collection had a lot of fun elements. The chipboard, as always, I include, but this collection had lots of like envelopes and things, and the flare. So I had a lot of fun using those. So a lot of interactive things. I went through my stash and just found these paper clips, so these are kind of throughout just to pick up on some of the red. This is an air sick bag from the plane. My husband does not travel that well, so I thought it'd be funny to include that. But I kind of turned it into just a piece of ephemera that holds a bunch of extra elements from the collection, and I really just like how it turns out. Another thing that I included throughout was my Make a Date stamp from Studio Calico. This is another piece in the envelope part of the Here and There collection that I just attached to the air sick bag and then put our hotel keys in. Picture of our hotel. This is from the notepad at the hotel, and I just kind of stole that and added it as a journaling spot. I love mini albums because they allow you to use big photos and different sizes of photos, so I included some 6 by 8s. Lots of little journaling spots too that was included in the ephemera pack. This was a a hat from the sourdough restaurant and factory. I did have to trim it down a little bit, but you get the idea that it's like a little hat, and I just like that. Pictures of food, pictures from the aquarium. Here's another envelope piece. Puffy stickers too in this collection. There was just so much, and I got it all. I don't have anything inside here, but you totally could put something inside of that pocket there. You could even adhere it to the outside of your page protector. That would be really fun. Another 6x8. I just punched holes using my crocodile hole punch to add the pamphlets and things. To view them, obviously, in their entirety, you'd have to open it up, but I think I did a good job including those things. Another flare piece. Lots of photos in this. I did really narrow it down, but there's still lots and lots of photos. I did include some interactive pockets, maybe. I don't know. Here we go. Oh, that's from the back side. So if I needed more space for a photo, I just adhered it to the back and then used my tab punch to create that. This is just part of the packaging that I used that to adhere to 3x4s. Which side did I want? This side, I think. And all of this is just cardstock, and I just messy doodled around it. I also got the roller stamp from this collection, which I absolutely loved including. It just made journaling spots so easy. This is a rub-on. This is my favorite photo from our trip. Ice cream with the boats in the background. I think we ate that at like 9 in the morning. This is another photo that I love. Roller date stamp. Just filling in space there. So here, this is just a white piece of cardstock cut down to make a journaling card, and this is from the roller stamp. And then I just added the journaling, and I just loved that. Also tried to include lots of tiny staples. Here's another one of those paper clips and an envelope. I just liked how the red tied in with the map. So again, you'd open up the rings, but lots of interactive pieces. I just love it. Some more flair. This is a pocket. I don't know if I actually ended up putting anything in here, but this is adhered right to the outside of the page protector, and you could put some extra journaling in there or some extra photos. Again, I just have another photo on the back side of this one. Lots of food eaten in this trip. I took some screenshots of the game. We took in 2 Giants games while we were there, and I just grabbed the screenshot and included that. They lost the first game that we saw, but won the second game, so that was exciting to see. Sunburn, you know, coming from Canada where the winter never ends. I was in California for like all of 2 days, and it wasn't even that hot, and I got a sunburn. So, pictures of Dramamine so that Aaron didn't throw up on the boat to Alcatraz. Tickets to Alcatraz. Again, this is one of those envelopes included in the envelope pack, and just included the tickets in there and punched some holes and called it good. I added some pattern paper and a sticker on the back just to kind of add some interest to this. Got quite a few guides when we were at Alcatraz, so popped those in there. My husband loves this kind of stuff, so it'd be good for him just to have it in one place and he can read all about it. Had some fun taking some pictures at Alcatraz of all the details. I really loved the green of this picture and of this building and the wear and tear on the outside to the paint. This was a piece of ephemera. It's a tad bit bigger than the 3x4, but I like how it sticks out there. And then I used one of the tags just to create kind of a pull on that and backed it with some pattern paper. And you just can easily include some more photos. tons of photos from Alcatraz. Paid my $1 and bought this postcard, and I loved how it had the stamps on there, so still should probably fill that out. Postcard from Alcatraz. Some more pull-out features with photos. And I completed the album chronologically so that it really tells the story of our trip. I didn't put, like, I don't know. Some people mix it up, but I really just went day by day. So our tickets from the second game we went to, and this is another one of those pockets or envelopes, and I just adhered it to the page protector using some red line tape. And I knew that these were going to stick out, so I purposely picked a picture that this wasn't gonna cover like a vital part of the picture. Helmet nachos. Another picture, we took my daughter's bunny on our trip, and so we had fun taking pictures of the bunny in different locations. This was our last day in San Francisco. It was a chilly one, so we checked out Fisherman's Wharf and just took some pictures. We went to Ghirardelli Square. We saw a little girl swimming in the water. It looked freezing. Some more flair, some more stickers. Lots of journaling in this album, and that was the thing that I completed last. I don't know what it is. I just despise journaling. I'm done my December daily. I just have not journaled at all. So had fun using all of the subway ephemera pieces in this because we did take transit quite a lot. And then just use some of these tags and things at the back here, backed them with some pattern paper, another envelope with all of our flight information and metro passes and that sort of thing, and then yeah, puffy sticker and another paperclip. So I hope you enjoyed that. My dog desperately needs to be outside, that's why you keep hearing the dinging, but yeah, I love this collection so much. It was so fun to create this album, and I'm glad it's done and in the books. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. All products were purchased from paper issues except for the album and the letters here. So thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you soon. Bye.